at DreamHack Anaheim. Here we are underway. First shots of the day. It's a quick opening for Eli Elite as he will take down Vital. But one thing I want to talk about, Clutch, and we're going to see it here, of course, 15 minutes on the clock. And some of you youngins might not remember, but there was a time in Halo 2 where free-for-all for a very long time was played to 50 kills. Of course, same for Halo 1. And in Halo 2, there was a specific time where the rule change came in where we went to play to unlimited kills, 15 minutes on the clock. And it really opened up the skill ceiling for the title. I remember instead of Pistola beating everyone 50 to 39, all of a sudden he's beating everyone 81 to maybe 60. So all of a sudden you kind of see a big gap wide open. And that's what we're going to play here, of course. It's going to be all about unlimited score. The most kills so far is 73 in a 15-minute match.
Yeah, and I think that really improves the whole skill ceiling, like what you're saying. And I think what it also does is it allows players to really express themselves further, right? Because I feel like a lot can go in your favor up to 50 kills, but like once the time continues to tick and you play the entire 15 minutes out, a lot of players are able to make up that, and we can get a better result of who actually played better rather than getting a few lucky kills in order to get to 50 faster.
Absolutely. It's a great point you bring up there. It's really all about consistency, right? It's one thing to play 250 kills, and I think you can kind of just look at the analogy of if we were to play this free-for-all for 45 minutes, triple kill coming in here for Diagram, that's going to get him right back in the match. But if you were to play this match instead of 15 for 30 or 45, it's a question of, in this marathon, who truly is the better player? And this new update, I shouldn't say new, this updated scoring here to Unlimited allows us to really kind of see that develop. Another thing we're going to be looking at, Clutch, here is not only do you need to open a free-for-all strong, of course, but it is a marathon. Even at 15 minutes, you need to play that full 15 because I know my free-for-all career, I might have had some great openings. I might have led for a lot of the game. I almost always blew that by the end of the 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's so much more difficult to feel like to win, right, when it's a 15-minute game. Like 50 seems like so much more of an achievable goal.
Right.
When you're playing against some of the best in the world, it's just like you're holding on to a string at 15 minutes because at some point Pistola is going to go on a spree, right? At some point Straight Six going to pick up a nice overkill and make whatever gap you thought you had a lead on him completely diminished, right? And I think that's why the competitive integrity of free-for-all has just improved with that one rule change.
Yeah, it's a great point as well, just that when you do have these outlier free-for-all players, Ola being kind of the premier example of ending games early, that gives the rest of the pack kind of a shorter game where they're like, okay, Ola's only 6 kills away. I'm probably going to get top 4 here. Yeah. I'll probably advance. In a 15-minute match, that's not the case. You only have to keep an eye on that bottom right timer, and you better be slaying the entire time. Yeah,
there's no room for error. There's no breaks, right? Like you said, you can't really play complacent anymore because you're playing, everyone is playing against the clock and not necessarily against each other to 50.
Exactly. Now Eli Elite will fall to a Diagram double kill. Taking a look here at the spot, you just saw Eli Elite and Diagram almost tied up at 15, now on Eli Elite's screen here, and we talked about him as one of the favorites, not only in free-for-all, but also has put together some great 4v4 performances in recent years as well, as we cross the line for over 3 minutes of play so far.
Yeah, and I'm looking at Diagram to really separate himself from the pack. Looking at this stat sheet that we were given by Shyway, a lot of these records for this tournament are held by Diagram, and I think that speaks volume to his consistency and his ability to dominate individual games. So if he can bring that today, he's gonna be able to call himself champions. He's got himself a good start, but he hasn't been able to separate himself because Eli Elite has something to say about it.
Absolutely, that's a great point there. That was Diagram that is leading right now with the most kills in a single map. That 73 kill game did come from Diagram, so based on that info alone, we're going to be looking for him to try to stay at the top of the pack. Eli Elite has been his biggest competition so far. Still pretty tight here. Also, Reaper Life just 1 kill away. Now tied for first as well, so we are pretty tight here at the 1050 mark.
Good job staying alive by Reaper Life right here. I mean, that's 2 different times he's been knocked to no shield, 1 red bar, and he was able to get a nice 5-shot on the player ring 2. In the back, and then play his life right now. I kind of want to see him try and get a health pack because it's going to be very difficult for him to win a one-on-one with his red bar health like that. The bleed through is going to come through, and it's going to only be 4 shots probably. So he needs to play his life pretty smart, but he also needs to involve himself in some action because he almost took too long to get into the next engagement trying to play his life too much.
Article wins that battle against the Kleiner. That would be a double. He tries to stay alive from that landing, will angle himself away as well, eventually fall though. Diagram tied with Reaper Life for first, so Reaper Life coming out. Let's see exactly where he sat in the stats. Only a 58.3% map top 3 percentage for him, so quite a great start for Reaper Life.
Yeah, and I think this is a great start for a lot of these players. We just took a look at the scoreboard, and 7 of them have 15 or more. We see the lead is in 22, so everyone's between 15 and 22. That's still a very close game with 9:50 on the clock right now. Tons of time left for players to really run away with this if they so choose.
There we go, Diagram now with that 3-kill lead, as we just saw. That may be a gap for him to continue to pull away. We'll see if that's the case. It would really be the first example of that happening in this free-for-all final. If you're just joining us, welcome to Championship Sunday. We're starting things off here with a free-for-all finals live from Anaheim, California. Lots of 44 action coming up after this as well, but that lead has now been brought to just 1 kill. Diagram makes it 2. Let's see if it can pick up this kill on EI Elite. Cannot finish, though. It's moments like that, Clutch, that will allow you to pull away.
Yeah, that could have easily been a triple and allowed Diagram a few more kills on the scoreboard. And unfortunately for him, he was unable to do it. But I think everyone in the game is pretty satisfied with the other player taking him down right there, because if he's able to separate himself from the pack, he may never look back.
Absolutely. Now, we take a look exactly, trying to get as much look at those back button scoreboards as we can, really, at the brief moments that we get them. Nice little trade there. Comes in now back over to Reaper Life, not ready for the landing spawn whatsoever. You rarely are, to be honest. It doesn't matter if it's a free-for-all or a 4v4. That landing spawn can be a brutal one. There's maybe no faster baptism than a landing spawn.
Yeah, Zealot not being the biggest map we have, right? I think that when you spawn landing, you know that someone is pushing you from gold or someone is pushing you from the flag, and it's just a, do you guess the 50-50 guess right? Because there's always going to be someone in one of those two areas, because there's 8 players on the map and it's only so big, right? So it's always a difficult situation to kind of come off spawn and really like have a good idea of where everyone on the map is. But that's why watching your death cam and rotating it and switching death cams to see where players are and where the combat is so important. And like, it's not a really watchable skill that you can have, because we're switching screens all the time to like first-person point of views of players that are alive. But all these players in their death cams are rotating it, seeing who's next to me, where is the guy in the lead, how can I stop him from getting any kills while also getting kills myself.
Double kill does come in here for Reaper Life. That will keep him within 3 of Diagram. Diagram just had about a 4 or 5 kill lead. That is reduced based off after that double. Can't finish on Decliner. You know he wanted that one. But now we're starting to see Diagram, and he's going to pick up another one. There's another 5-kill lead for Diagram. So Diagram now starting to officially pull away, and you have Reaper Life and Eli Elite and a few others right here kind of battling right now for those second, third spots as well. Here's Vital, 26 kills to his name.
There's nothing worse than seeing a bunch of assist medals on a player's screen, right? That's such a deflating feeling when you know you could have just gotten 3 or 4 kills, but they just were 3 or 4 assists. And unfortunately, we don't play for assists in free-for-all, right? It's all about the kills. It's all about the frags. And Diagram doing a good job of getting that last shot onto the players that are on the 50-50 battles or getting third-partied, right? He times his shots so well to where he's the one that gets the kill and not the damage output.
Diagram does get taken down eventually. Now looking at Eli Elite's death screen, we do get a nice look there. Eli Elite at 31, Reaper Life at 32, Diagram still at 36. So those are your top 3. However, you probably saw it on that scoreboard, very close from 2nd through 5th. Still very, very tight. Even though Diagram's starting to make a statement with his margin, the rest of the pack still pretty darn close from 2nd to 5th, if not 6th.
Yeah, a lot of these players not able to finish their own kills. A lot of third parties going on right now, and that really is throwing this lead really away, right? I think Diagram was able to get a 7-kill lead, and up until this point, Reaper Life picks up 3 huge kills with this 1 life. He's going to bring him right back into the game. 5-kill game, he's still in this, but Diagram is consistently getting more kills. We need to see if Reaper Life can play with the pace that Diagram is playing at right now.
Absolutely, a 5-kill lead now at the 6-minute mark. Going to be feeling good about the consistency so far. Eli Elite will pick up another one from the bottom. That will help him out. He will fall here. Love to get on board with either Reaper Life or Eli Elite here through this next spawn cycle. See exactly what they're able to do from that 2nd spot. Here now is Reaper Life. Nice little drop down on the jump up. He keeps it within 4. And now going to try to get into the front jump action. Should be able to finish on Diagram. That gets stolen, unable to finish that. And it's, once again, moments like that that can be difference makers when you start to add them up.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's one thing for one of those kills to get away. It's another thing for it to continuously keep happening, right? And it's such an unfortunate feeling because you need to catch up.
That's big.
That is a huge trade. And now a 5-kill lead still for Diagram. Can anyone really close this gap? It doesn't really feel like anybody's been able to get within 5 for such a long time. It's down to 4, but Diagram spots his prey, does get third-partied, and this is the opportunity that the rest of the pack needs to catch up.
Diagram not hitting those bridge nades. Going to be wishing he had. Now look at this. Reaper Life gets taken down as well. It is 38 in second place, 37 in third. Double kill. Now he'll tie for second. Eli Elite picks up that second one. Finds Decliner. Can he finish? No. Unfortunate. Unable to land those shots. He's going to wish he had that one back. Nerdy wins a great battle against Diagram as well. Just like that, it's a 41-40 game. Article out of nowhere in second place, just behind Diagram. Look at that top three. Only separated by 2 kills. And then your third, fourth, fifth, also only a 3-kill difference.
Yeah, this is going to go down to the wire, and Diagram needs to win this one-on-one. Article has something to say about it. To tie it up, he takes down the player in the lead, and how perfect of a setting is this for him. He spots Diagram again, and a huge body shot onto him with red bar health. That's a big momentum change. You can feel that Article's starting to heat up.
He is, and you can tell maybe look at that little steal as well. Can he get this? A double kill. He's up by 3. And in 2 minutes, how things have changed. Article's a player clutch that you talked about coming in here. We've seen him time and time again in many of these tournaments, and he has showed up late in this game, now leading by 2 and has stolen that lead, which was held by Diagram for several minutes. Also out shooting Eli Elite, picking up that kill, a killing spree as well. And you can kind of, oh my heavens, almost had a Sunday morning heart attack there as he almost gets the ninja off. He's still up by 2. But you can even kind of tell by the way Diagram shooting on the health pack earlier that this has kind of gotten to his head a little bit.
Yeah, he's starting to struggle, and you can see, I say starting to struggle, and he's 1 kill behind, right? But he lost his lead, and how mentally deflating is it to have that 5-6 kill lead for so long, and then all of a sudden Article goes on a terror in 1 life and changes everything and ties it back up, and now the pressure is on. Now you're starting to feel the pressure, and how are you going to be able to respond to it? We're going to have to sit here and watch. We got 3 minutes left, and this game is going down to the wire.
Both of our top spots will go down momentarily. It's 47-46. Now back on board with Diagram. By the way, shout out to Richie Hines observing here in this free-for-all final and all tournament long here at DreamHack Anaheim. You pick up this kill on Reaper Life, who's still around that top 4 as well. Decides to drop all the way from main ramp and go straight for that kill. Can't pick it up, though. So now Article's still in the lead by 1 as we get to the 2:45 mark left in the game.
Yeah, and like you said, I mean, Richie Hines going back and forth, Diagram, Article. It's like we're getting to see how their lives are individually being played, and that's a great push by Diagram to kind of be aggressive and force these players to look at him, and if not, he's going to be able to pick up kills. Great trade by him, but Article was able to respond with a kill of his own, and now we're back on board with him. Spots a few players. He's going to play his life here. And I mean, unfortunate he didn't trade, and who better to pick up the kill after the no trade than Diagram, because now he goes up 1.
Yeah, we've been giving Diagram a hard time for letting go of that lead. However, he's back in the lead, picks up another, now up by 2 again. Will die on the landing, but this is going to be tight now. 2-minute warning here as we reach the final stretch. It's 50-48. Third place we just saw with 46 as well.
Yeah, the adrenaline starts to kick in once that 2 minutes on the clock shows up, right? I think the Diagram, like you said, we saw a little bit of a falter where he lost what lead he had built himself, but he's done a great job of kind of maintaining a steady pace and not letting it get to him. He now gets another kill, and another that's a double for Diagram in the kill feed. And Eli Elite knows he's got to put the pedal to the metal right now. He can't take his time anymore. There's 1:30 left, and he's down 4.
Keep in mind, yeah, being down 4 with that time, he can come back. He and both Hyperotic, even Reaper Life, need amazing swings here, but just a triple kill or so will get them right back into the conversation around the top spot as we hit 1:15 left in the game, and Article now down by 3 to Diagram. It's 54-51.
Yeah, you're going to see players start to get caught off guard and start to panic, and will they be able to keep any kind of composure in order to have a good sense of what's going on the map and being able to third party correctly, right? This is a great opportunity for Diagram as he catches the player off guard, whiffs behind him, and is able to pick up the kill. Doesn't get the 1 shot, and that's a player that gets away with his life. Very Nerdy pushes Article up, and Article is unable to trade the kill. Diagram has himself a 4-kill lead, 5-kill lead with 45 seconds left.
And how dare we doubt him now? 4 kills up. 40 seconds on the clock. If he just continues at this pace, picks up 1 or 2 more, barring an overkill or so from the other side, should be able to close this out. We'll see if he can grab 1 more. We do not see Article striking just yet. Still, it's a 4-kill deficit. Now make that 3. Not over yet between these two. Great shots from Diagram against Decliner as well.
Yeah, I think that kill right there is going to be the one to remember, but it's still just a 3-kill game. Article picks up a double, catches Reaper Life off guard. If he gets a double melee, on to Decliner.
Almost an over that we talked about. It almost has struck. He's down by 2. He needs a big double kill here, but another one comes in for Diagram, so he's down by 3 with 5 seconds left. That will secure it, and that will ensure that Diagram is your free-for-all champion here at DreamHack Anaheim.
Wow.
Woo!
Article. There's just too many times in that game where we saw him get the assist instead of the kill, right? And all it had to do is happen 4 or less times for him to kind of be able to call himself champion.
I can't wait for you to see the scoreboard, because that's actually the exact numbers that you're going to see. We'll pull up those stats in just a second. It's going to come down to exactly what that assist category was, and there's your 4-kill difference, Clutch. Directly in that assist category. You don't always see it line up so directly, but here we see a 4-kill difference in the kill category, 4-kill difference in the assist column as well.
And an unbelievable game by Diagram, right? He started off hot, consistently played well. There was a time where he had a 7-kill lead, and I thought he really might blow the entire game open, but the rest of the pack kind of answered the ring of the bell, right?